guys, and welcome to my studio. I hope you're good. I'm going to draw Halloween things and make them cute because, let's face it, I pretty much live in a picture book world. So let's draw Halloween characters and put them into picture books and make them cute. Yeah, I accidentally, on purpose, make Halloween characters cute. So let's do it. Let's get sketching. I'm going to need my trusty iPad and my Apple Pencil. Let's do it. So, if I'm being totally honest, when it comes to Halloween, I am a total scaredy cat. And I don't even like scary movies. So for me, it's definitely witches' hats, pumpkins, cute ghosts, and kind of like spell books all the way. Just a lot of magic kind of vibe and cauldrons. That's really what I love about Halloween. So there will be no creepy clowns or kind of really scary things because I'm a massive wimp. But I figure that's fine because I probably couldn't draw a clown anyway. Imagine it would be quite difficult, or like zombies or something. So for me, it was kind of always going to be a cute take on Halloween. So when I start sketching, I make sure just to get my ideas down and on the paper, theoretically speaking. I know it's a iPad screen, but still, you're still drawing. So I basically just let my mind kind of go away with me, really, and I wing it. And I draw lots of things, lots of scribbles, which, don't worry, I will clean up later. This is really just my rough, which I will then turn the opacity down on the layer thing at the side. I don't know if I show that, I'm not sure. And then I will sort of do the details on top and the facial features and the hair and basically anything that I don't want to forget while I'm colouring it. And I also do leave little notes to myself. I don't know if I'm the only illustrator that does this, but as you can see here, like bubbles and patchwork, because, you know, apparently I think that future Kim is going to forget the main theme of my Halloween characters. So, yeah. Apparently I go with my background today. I'm feeling very autumnal, but I tried to channel my inner Halloween. So now we've got our sketches, let's get to colouring. And for that, it's kind of self-explanatory really, where we're doing Halloween. So obviously, orange is going to be a big, big part of that colour palette. But I also think black and blah, blah, blah. But I also think black, whites, kind of Beetlejuicy vibes. And also the greens and the pinks, but really Halloween-y. Because we still want to look at these pictures and feel Halloween-y, and hopefully at the end of this we'll have lots of coloured things that it will maybe be like a picture book inspiration sheet. So if you were to send this off as a picture book, you would send them like a sample just so they know what they're going to get. So from this they'll be able to see the colour palette and yeah, the kind of overall vibe of a picture book. So let's go, let's do it and get a colouring, but we really do need to focus on that Halloween colour palette. Let's do some cute, spooky colouring. Yeah, let's do it. So kind of no matter what I do, I always start with the character first, and I start with working on the face, and then I kind of build up the illustration from around there. And in this case, obviously the character. And I always kind of go back to the colour palette just to check that I'm using the right colours really. And I absolutely love this colour palette. And I know kind of it's not the typical Halloween one, but I really do think it hits the magical and the colourful kind of vibe that I was actually going for. I mean, I could have gone for the blacks and the greens, but I don't know if it necessarily would have suited this aesthetic. And it's really nice to experiment and play around. Obviously, at any point, if I feel like the colour palette's not working, that is the beauty of digital, is that I can change it. There were a couple of colour palettes that I actually really liked and almost kind of picked for this, but I will pop them on the screen now. And basically what made me pick this one is the fact that it isn't the typical Halloween one. And let's face it, I'm a sucker for bright pink. I kind of use bright pink in most of my illustrations. I can't remember the last time I didn't. So for this Halloween kind of sample spread that I'm creating, I've gone for the fact that I'm drawing a few characters and almost like their sidekicks and just a little bit about their stories. And if you couldn't tell by now, and also, you know, the note I left for myself earlier, I am gonna go down the theme of like the patchwork route. I think patchwork's cute. And I just want to make Halloween cuter. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this video, right? Anyway, I'm really enjoying doing these characters because I'm kind of using the brush that I discovered in not last week's video. I apparently was ill last week. I had the flu or some sort of thing. And yeah, I really love this gouache brush that I'd found. So I figured I would use it again. And where the patchwork is going to be quite like a rigid, well, it's not rigid, let's face it, I scribble across it. But that's going to be quite sort of designed. I don't think this is making any sense. But yeah, I want the contrasting kind of finishes with the scribbles and the little details of the pattern in the patchwork, but then also the base to be a bit more, for lack of a better word, wishy-washy and freer and less perfect, because, you know, it can be perfectly imperfect. And you know what? I really have to say, I don't know why I don't do more of these character sheets. I mean, I absolutely love drawing characters and kind of giving little hints into the world around them and the story that they're going to tell and the journey that they're going to go on. I mean, it's lovely putting little hints in the characters and in kind of what they wear and their accessories as to what their story is going to be. And I definitely think for these characters, there's kind of no way around it. It's going to be a Halloween party theme. I mean, there's a bubbling cauldron and lots of cute little details, and maybe these characters are all going somewhere, but who knows? I mean, I really should have probably thought of a story. That will come. It's fine. Okay, so I'm probably biased, but I have to admit I've got a soft spot for this cute pink ghost. I mean, you see a lot of white ghosts, but not a lot of bright pink ghosts. So yeah, I really love him. I need to think of a name. It's so cute. And if you guys know a name or think of one, definitely put one in the comments below. I love his glasses. He's so cute. I have to say this gouache brush, gouache. I mean, I really should know how to say it by now, but anywho, this brush is really making me fall in love with it every time I use it. I love the fact that it's kind of, here's that word again, wishy-washy, and it's not like one flat colour. It's really buildable, and you can build up shadow and light, and I just love its texture. It really does remind me of watercolour, even though it's called gouache. So yeah, anyway, I absolutely love it, and I'm really enjoying the kind of feel and the fantasy feel. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not ethereal. I just love the feel that it gives for this illustration. Whimsical, that's the word. Whimsical feel it gives to this illustration and the take that we're trying to do for the Halloween theme thing. So at this point, I'm probably definitely going a bit overboard on the patchwork theme, but you know, I'm really embracing it and I'm enjoying it, and it's a picture book and I really want to get the theme across. Is anybody buying my excuse? No, I just like patterns and shapes, and it's really, really good to experiment with different things, and if you find something you like, roll with it. Like, you can definitely tell by this kind of sheet that I'm creating that this picture book is going to be bright, colourful, with lots of shapes and cute. And yeah, if you get that from it, I think I've succeeded. Doing picture books, even though it may look simple, it is really thought out, and it is all about those little details, because children really do look all around the page. And obviously by the time you've read a book, I mean, if it's a good book and the kids like it, lots and lots of times, and you read books over and over again, so there really does need to be different things for the parents to point out and little things for the kids to notice. And now I've said that, go back to a picture book if you've got any that you've read recently, or one that you know, and really look around the page, and I promise you'll definitely see things that you've never really noticed before. There's lots of hidden things, and yeah, illustrators do really like to put in their own little touches. I mean, if I ever draw a house in a book or a door, I will always put kind of the numbers of houses that I grew up in or that I lived in. So yeah, I really do like to put in little personal touches. And when I do books about children, well, I always do books about children, with the children's book thing being my job. But when you sort of have to write names, I did a Christmas one once that, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved. I know this is Halloween, but I have to talk about this because it's on my mind now. And I did a naughty and nice list, and I literally put the names of everybody I knew down this list. I mean, it was so small, you could barely see it, like without zooming in. But yeah, it was just a personal touch. And I really do think definitely go back and check like a book you've read, and there will be touches and personal touches. And this is another reason as to why I absolutely love picture books. It's the same how the author will put in names of people they know, or sort of people that they want to dedicate the book to. So it's just our spin on that, really. And now we need to do the finishing touches and kind of fill in the space around the spread and make it look like a picture book. So we do this by blocking out the shapes before. I mean, sometimes I do this bit by bit and like item by item, but it definitely speeds up a piece when you sort of base out a lot of it first and then go over the top after with the details. It just works with my style. And because we are doing a cute spin on Halloween theme, I thought there was no option than to add in a cute spider. And for me, a spider's not cute unless he's wearing wellies. Thank you guys so much for watching, and it just goes to show that inspiration can come from anywhere. There are loads of Halloween picture books out there. Here are some examples, and I absolutely love them, and actually they're some of my favourite picture books. So definitely using a theme or a holiday does really work in blah blah blah. So definitely using a theme or a holiday to create a picture book is a really good position to start if you ever need ideas for picture books, because they do make some really sweet ones, and your kind of colour palette goes with like what the holiday expects. So if it's Christmas, you'd kind of think a reddy, greeny, and maybe glittery and sparkly kind of vibes. But I mean, here are some of those examples. even though it's not Christmas, they're just really pretty. Around Halloween, you definitely get kind of a lot of purple picture books and obviously a lot of pumpkins, because when you're picking a theme, it kind of already determines certain things. Obviously, depends what kind of picture book you're doing, but if you ever want inspiration, that is definitely a good place to start. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I really want to draw some Christmas things. Is it too early? No, never too early. I once did a picture book in like May for Christmas, so yeah, never too early. Bye!